Hello, hello, hello. I think that's me on live. I'll wait to see some of the comments coming in and I'll know whether I definitely am or not. Let's have a look. See. Hi, Patrick. How you doing? Hi, Lorraine. Hi, everybody who's just joining. Hi, Donna. Donna. Hiya. Hi, everybody. I'll just wait for, so it's just come on, so I'll just wait for more people to join. Marco, hello, hello, hello. For people who can hear me or people who have joined, remember to put a question in the comments. That's good, Patrick. I'm glad all is good. Hi, I always say this to you, is it Tinita as well? Hello, hello. I don't know where everybody is, what part of the world you're all from. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all from. Hopefully we'll have a good hour together. And just to say, anybody who would like a reading, if you could just possibly put a question in the comment, because I do believe, thank you, Lorraine, for doing it. I do believe that this is what the tarot is amazing for, is to answer your questions, okay? It gives you what you need to hear. You don't have to do it. You don't have to, you've all got your free will. But I do believe that it does give some fantastic not feedback, what's the word I'm trying to give? So some fantastic answers to your questions. Okay, it's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so people who that's good, that's great, super. Who's that? That's my maiden name. Oh my god, Lorraine McGregor. What's your maiden name? Lorraine. Anyway, have a conversation. Keep having conversations. It's great. So, people who haven't seen me before, my name is Lorraine Bennett Gray. I am a psychic medium. I throw some tarot cards. I love my tarot. Love it. I think it's wonderful. So throw some tarot cards, and I will connect to spirit if they feel they need me to. As simple as that, because they're always around you. And it depends, especially when somebody like myself is here, they're always here. So it depends whether they want to, of course, they want to come in, whether I can bring them in or not. Okay, it's as simple as that, because they know time is limited. I know time is limited, and I want to try and get through as many, all right, as many as I can. So, oh, Ben is Lorraine, right? Got you. So, with no further ado, I'm going to get started because I want to try, as I say, get as many as I can. So remember, guys, questions in the comments, and also when I do come to you, please answer yes, no, I don't know. Very important, because also it gives me the energy to move forward, and I have to know whether I'm correct or not, because even though I'm not always right. My husband will laugh at that when I say that, but I'm not always right. Okay, so I need to know what I am right and what I'm wrong with, and that way I can help with that. Okay, so with no further ado, let's see. Oh gosh, they're all falling away. They're all falling. It's as I'm telling me it's time to start. Okay, stop messing about. Stop talking. That's me. Okay. Hello, Marion. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to start with you, Lorraine McGregor. Lorraine, I'm good because you've got the same name as me, Lorraine Bennett, but you don't have the grade, right? Okay, Lorraine McGregor. Okay, are you here, Lorraine? Lorraine McGregor. I'm just going to start pulling the cards because I know it will come up. I don't know if it's come. Right, okay. Right, Lorraine McGregor, this is for you, okay? Let me see what comes up for you. Nobody comes up actually on my screen, still saying my name for some reason. So Lorraine McGregor, this is for you, okay? You still here? Just let me know that you're still here. Lorraine McGregor, okay? Yay! What's this with cancer? No idea what you're talking about. But anyway, let me read for you, Lorraine, okay? Right, Lorraine, remember, comment yes, no, I don't know in this. Okay, I do believe just now that you are going through some decisions to do with your working environment. That doesn't necessarily mean to say work, but something to do with working environment. Okay, but I also do feel you feel as if you're like you're round in circles. You're going round in circles. Does that make sense to you? Okay, and sometimes you think to yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I doing the right? That sort of idea, that sort of circle. Okay, I do feel as well. You're an overthinker, and I do feel you're also lacking confidence, Lorraine. Does this all make sense to you? I need that validation to make sure that makes sense to you. Yes, okay, that's fine. Okay, I do believe you're also making decisions just now. Now, this is what I do feel is to do with the working environment. It's a decision you need to make. But I have to tell you, Lorraine, you must go to get some information, okay? Don't just do it. You need to get that knowledge and information. Very, very important, okay? And if you do that, you're going to get so much more stability in what you wanted to do, because you just got the 4 of my working cards, which is the wands, okay? And it's going to help in such a big way. Remember, Lorraine, keep commenting. Let me know if I'm saying there, if it makes sense to you. That's all I need to know, if it makes sense to you, okay? Because I do know when you do decide, you've made this decision, when you've made this decision, you've got all the information you need, I do feel you're also going to be learning a lot as well. Now, Lorraine, do you understand there's been a lot of gossip around you, okay? A lot of gossip. Does this all make sense to you? Because if it is, you've got to let this go. You've got to let this go, because things are not always what they seem. This is what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing from the cards, okay? Yes, you just opened your own business. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It does make so much sense. Remember the knowledge and information with this as well, okay? And I know you're going to be, it's like learning new stuff and whatever. And you've also got the page of wands to me, which is start of a new journey. Absolutely start of a new journey for you, Lorraine. So I do know things are going to be great for you, but stop overthinking things, okay? Stop overthinking things. Just sit back, go, should I or shouldn't I? That's really, really important. Should I or shouldn't I? Trust your intuition, Lorraine. Trust it. And as long as you trust your intuition, it's going to be a really, really good business. So it's amazing. It's all work cards that have come out for you. And I do believe as well, you're going to, I also believe you're quite creative as well. Does that make sense to you? You're creative. And I do also feel, Lorraine, that you're going to, it's going to be fantastic. It is going to be fantastic, but just don't overthink it. Okay, just don't overthink it. And what I feel to use, and I don't understand why I'm seeing this, but I see you looking in books or something to do with books. Does that make sense to you? It's true. I see you working in books, and I don't know why, but I see like as if you're doing it at night time. There's something to do with that as well. So I don't know if you're learning something with that. All I do know is things are going to be great as long as you trust your intuition on it, okay? Because there's some things hanging over you just now, and I'm not sure that you actually realise that. Don't jump to anything. Just don't jump to it. It's not always the way it seems. That is what I keep feeling, and that's what I keep hearing as well. So I hope all that makes sense to you, Lorraine. Okay, thank you for the first to come on. Thank you so much. Kim Burns, hello, hello, hello. Chloe, hello. Dana Clay, hi. I'll put my water in case I spill it all over everything. Let me have a look and say, Tammy, how are you doing? Now, people have just come on here. If you could just, as I said, just introduce myself as well. Lorraine Bennett Gray, psychic medium, throw some cards and connect to the spirit world if it feels right to do so. Okay, I just let it, just whatever happens will be. But do put questions in the comments, because I do feel that is really, really important. Because as I said to people, unless if you've just come on, this is it's a great tool to give you guidance to what you need. Okay, you're welcome, Lorraine. You are welcome. Okay, so I'm going to come to you, Tammy. Tammy Wydrick. Tammy, can I come to you, please? You just want a reading. You've not said any questions, so let's just give you a general, Tammy. Remember, everybody, please put some questions in the comments. And Tammy, yes, no, I don't know in the comments as I'm reading for you. Okay, that'd be superb. Tammy, I do feel as though you're a very dedicated person. Okay, and I also do feel right. Okay, I do have to say you've had a lot of changes that's been going on. Okay, you've had a lot of changes, and I do also feel, Tammy, you've had quite a bit of losses been going on. Now, I do see it looks like a pet in your photograph. I don't normally look at photos, but I was drawn to it, and I do see a lot of pets. But I do feel, if you lost a pet, just let me know recently. I'm talking about, well, quite recently, if you've lost a pet. Okay, I do feel you've never had a loss, and you've had a lot of changes. Tammy, does this make sense to you? Okay, does this make sense to you? I also do feel, Tammy, with yourself as well, I do feel you're having to make decisions. Okay, and again, I do feel these decisions are just to do with, I don't know, it's just family life. Does that make sense to you, Tammy? I know it's a bit generic, but does that make sense? Tammy, could you comment? Yes, no, I don't know. So true. That's absolutely. Do you understand? Did you lose a pet recently? Okay, did you lose a pet? I do also feel a little white dog. I just want to say this: a little white dog's come running in, right? And and I feel really very sad for this little white dog. And I do feel it looks like a Westie type dog to me. Sometimes just symbolic that, but I do feel that this wee dog was full of fun. It was absolutely brilliant. But I do know this dog passed around 12 years old. Does that make sense, Tammy? Do you know it's a cat? Sorry, it's a dog I'm getting, Tammy. It's a dog. Do you understand the white Westie type dog? It's not a cat. There will be cats coming in, but it is a dog. Does that make sense to you? But I do feel it as well as if you could see if you can accept that or not, and then I'll carry on with this beautiful animal because she is sitting here beside me just now. Okay, so I do have the 2 of Wands said to you, so I do know there is decisions that is having to be made. Also, I do feel as well, Tammy, do you understand that you've had a lot of deceit that's been going on in your life as well? There's a lot of deceit that's happening to you, but you know, again, you've got somebody. You've also got there's a lady who's just stepped forward as well with this dog, by the way. So I don't know if the dog was. Yes, I had a white dog that I lost. Okay, so the white dog is here. Okay, and one sort this, but a lady just walked in, obviously beside the white dog, and I do feel, Tammy, this is mum, okay, or a mum figure, if you want to say that to you. And I do believe this lady, as she's stepping really forward to me just now, she had a beautiful nature, a beautiful, beautiful nature, and she just loved pruning. I get a pruning, so I don't know if she's pruning the garden or whatever as well. And I do know that. I know this sounds awful generic, but when they show me these things, I have to say it. And she is showing me. Obviously, she was dab hand in the kitchen, but I do have to talk about. There's a letterbox. There was a specific letter that was either you used to go out and post letters outside this letterbox, Grandma, outside her house. Okay, but there's a specific letter she wants to talk about as well because she showed me the letterbox and she's also showing me this letter. She's opening it up for me just now, and I do know it's an old letter, but it's in fact it's not a letter, it's a poem. She showed me it's a poem, very very significant poem, Tammy. Okay, really really thing. She's put it back in the envelope, so I do believe this is in an envelope that you have. This particular your grandma had a big garden. That's what it's the pruning, though. It's pruning I was getting. But I need to talk about this poem. So I don't know if she wrote poems or something, but it's very, very significant. So if you don't know about the poem, you need to actually dig it out. She showed me a white dressing table. She's opening up the top drawer, and in that top drawer, right, you sent a lot of letters, Grandma, but this is I need to talk about this. So top drawer, open up top drawer. There's a letter in this top drawer, very significant. You have to take the letter out and you have to read it. Okay, you have to read it. Very, very significant. Okay, it's not a letter, it's a poem. Sorry, but it looks like a letter. And she keeps getting me into trouble, but a lovely, lovely, lovely lady, a lovely lady. And she's saying, you know, it's she's saying I kept. You said you sent a lot of letters to your grandma, and she's telling me she always kept the letters. And she's telling me when she passed, she showed me a big bundle of letters. Now it's interesting because she's put them in an elastic band, and I don't know why. Yeah, do check, please, Tammy. This elastic band, and she put. So I don't know if when she passed, you found these letters. And do you understand the white dressing table? Because she keeps bringing the white dressing table back into me as well. She used to have beautiful rosy cheeks. She wants to show me the rosy cheeks, and I know she used to smile a lot. She used to really smile. And she had a beautiful, beautiful personality, but she always couldn't show it. But I did also feel. I know you told me you sent a lot of letters to Grandma, so there was a distance. I also do feel there was a distance, but I also feel you didn't see her a lot when you were growing up. Does that make sense? This is the way she's making me feel. Okay. So what Tammy, I feel, sorry to go into this. I feel with Grandma, she's brought in yes, a big envelope of letters in her closet that she kept. Right, okay. And I don't know if you still have these letters, but if you do have these letters, I think there's some really significant stuff in it that you should be reading, or stuff that's going to make you laugh. In fact, it's going to make you laugh because this is what she's showing me. Okay, she's come through, Tammy, just to say how much she absolutely loves you. Okay, and I also do feel there was something to do with that. There's something to do with a furry hat, because she's placing that on my head. Does that make sense? A furry hat, and she's come through to say hello to you. Anyways, you know, she's saying, you know, the dog as well. By the way, the dog. I don't know if it's part of her or for you, whatever. But this dog used to do that. You know that when you have the letters, you know how when the dogs used to go up, they used to go like that. This is what this dog used to do, or something like that, anyway, because that's what the dogs do to me now. Okay, beautiful dog, and I feel this dog did pass at 10. Oh, it's like 10 years old. 10 years old. I'm hearing. Okay, and the dog, just that you know, the dog, and we've actually got quite a few animals besides you, but this dog significantly had to come in first with Grandma, and I hope that makes sense. You're not sure about the hat. It was a funny hat. you know, not a knitted hat, it's a furry hat. So either you've got one or she had one. Just keep it anyway, and hopefully you will remember it at some point. Okay, I'm going to leave her love with you, Tammy. I mean, there was nothing really major that I really had to say for you. She just had to come and step in, okay? And there's just loads of animals stepping forward for you now. So just to let you know, they're all here and they're all with you, okay? I know it sounds pretty generic, that, but I've got so limited in time here. So I hope it all makes sense. Look at that poem because that's really, really significant, okay? With the wording in it. And thank you so much for being here, Tammy. Thank you. It so resonated with me. That's great. As long as it resonated with you, because I don't know half the time what I'm even talking about. Marion Hanson, hello, hello. Stacey, hello. Kim Burns, hello. Right, guys, questions in the chat, please, for this. I'm going to have a look back and see what I've got here. Right, okay. Tanita, I don't do health. We're not allowed to do health, I'm afraid, because it's not for us to do. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Health. It's just because we're not doctors, so we can't. Okay. So let me see who else I'm going to come forward for here. I'm going to come to. Can I come to Margot Mackay, please? Margot Mackay. Thank you. I know I've not got a question. Guys, put questions in for me, please. But Margot Mackay, please. That would be wonderful if I could just come to you. Right, Margot, let me see what I've got for you. Margot Mackay. Okay, no, I think that's just too generic. Lorraine, Margot Mackay. Margot Mackay. Let me see what we have. Hey, oh, there you go. You have got something. Is there anybody coming from me? Please, will my issue be sorted positively? Thank you. Right, Margot, let me just have a look what I have for you. Let me just throw some tarot cards for you and see what comes in. Okay, right. Right, okay, I'm telling you right now, you've got the Ace of Pentacles in. Okay, so yes, your issue will definitely be sorted out very, very shortly. Okay, because as I say, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So that's new beginnings, new concept. Absolutely. Okay, and you've had so many changes emotionally. Does this all make sense to you, Margot? So many changes. Okay, and I do feel as well as I don't know if you've seen a lawyer or something. I do have the Justice card out here, but I do know you've had to see somebody professionally as well. But it is definitely going to work out for you. It definitely is, and it's going to feel like how do I describe it? It's going to feel like a new journey for you emotionally as well, Margot. Does this also make sense to you? And I also do feel, Margot, as well, I think you do speak to the spirit world. Does that make sense? Or is that correct? Do you speak to the spirit world, or you do this sort of work, if you know what I mean? Anyway, because I do feel that because a gentleman has just stepped forward here for you, and this gentleman, I do feel, I feel his dad, and I also want to, and I don't know why he's showing me a pair of white gloves on your dad. Does that make sense to you, Marco? White gloves. I don't know why, but I do know again they love to sport, you know, like the pub sport stuff. But do you understand, or you do understand why the white gloves? Do me a favour, tell me, will you? Because I've got absolutely. Well, sometimes I'm so nosy, I need to know what it is with the white gloves with Dad as well. I do feel I've got tooth issues, so I do feel he's given me tooth issues. So either he had tooth issues, you've got tooth issues, because he's deliberately wanted to point me out, and he's also making my right eye, which your father-in-law, that's fine, and he's giving me something to do with my right eye as well. So again, it's either with you or with him, because he wants to say I'm sending healing. So I do feel that you've actually got some problems going on just now, because he says I need to send healing. Actually, I don't think it's with you. Is it to do with your mother-in-law, something like that? Because that's what I'm hearing. Does this make sense? Okay. You used to wear the white gloves. That's so weird, isn't it? Well, not weird, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just validation to prove that it's him, and he wears white gloves, so I'm happy with that. So, but I also want to sing happy birthday. I hear a great choir behind me singing happy birthday, and I do know it's a female birthday, and I feel it's just about to happen. If it's not today, it's just about to happen. Does that make sense to you, Mark? Okay, because a big team of them behind me singing happy birthday. Okay, and I also want to talk about in March, April. Daffodil time, anyway, daffodil time. I do know you laid somebody to rest at that time. Okay, Marcos, your husband with the health issues, send me healing. Okay, because I could just feel this being the healing is being sent. Okay, now you understand there was that laying to rest in March, April. Okay, I do feel this was a lady, and I do feel that this lady was laid to rest in, it looks like navy blue, because she's actually showing herself. So I know that she's just stepped in just now, and I do feel again this is mother-in-law, mother sort of idea. Does this make sense? She's get laid to rest in blue, very significant. She's also showing me just now, Margot, and she looks as if she's been dressed with lots of jewellery on her and stuff. Does this all make sense? Because she's actually showing me the open coffins. I do believe this is what she had as well. Is that all correct? Just let me know, okay? Because she's also just stepped in to say hello to you, Margot. Hello to you, and they're saying everything's going to be fine. That's all I have to say is everything's going to be fine. Oh, is that your Auntie Mary? Right? Is that your Auntie Mary? Right? I don't do names. You understand the later you understand she's with all that sort of stuff. But she said, but was she like a mum to you? Was she like, because I feel you loved her, or so, you loved her, you were very, very close to her because she stepped in to say hello to you anyway, stepped in to say, she wants to, somebody's giving you a red rose, so that is really, really significant. And I do feel, I'm asking to expand the red rose, and I do feel that this red rose was connected to when she was passing. It was either put in the coffin or laid on top of the coffin. Does that make sense? Okay, so Auntie Mary, she's talking about the red rose put on top of the coffin. Let me know if that does make sense to you, Mark. Okay. Anyway, they're telling me, let's go back to the cards I sent here because I do know there's a lot of things going on. You're such a determined person. They're letting me know. But I also do feel, in your working life, if it's not happened yet, yeah, you were very close. It's time you're going to accomplish everything. Everything that you want to do is going to happen for you, okay? And it really is, Marco. And this is, I'm not. I'm not just says to be nice to you. This is what I'm feeling. She's making me feel. She says you're such on the coffin. The red rose on the coffin. Again, it's just validation. She says the determination that you have. You deserve the best in life. She says, and that's what's going to be happening to you. So they're all with you, Marco. All with you. Okay. Don't ever doubt it. Okay. Don't lose your confidence. Don't lose your confidence. This is what I'm hearing, okay? So don't lose it, and just make sure everything's going to be absolutely fine. Healing sent to your husband, from them, but they're still telling me not to worry. So there you go. So I hope that makes you feel better, okay? And I'm going to leave Auntie Mary's love with you, and I'm going to leave your father-in-law's as well. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Hi, Nancy Ray, how you doing? Oh, hi, Tracy Hand. Hello there. Hello. Mystic Road, hello, Wings of Peace, hello there. Good. Remember, guys, keep putting your questions in the comments because I am now going to come to Wings of Peace. Come to Wings of Peace, please. It's going to be tricky. Right, okay. Wings of Peace. Right. You just want some guidance. Let me see what the cards have to say for you then, Wings of Peace. I know that's not your real name. Put your real name in the comments, will you, if you don't mind. I just like to call people by their name sometimes. Stacey Bo, hello. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. Wings of Peace. Somebody's just stepped in for you who's making me feel really, really hot. Okay, now this happens to me sometimes. It happened to me the other day as well. Really, really, I am burning up. So can you understand why I am burning up? Okay, I do have a lady who's also stepped in beside Joe. Okay, I do have a lady who's actually just stepped in, and I do know that she's making me feel. I mean, I'm talking about it's like a flush. Okay, so it's very, very strong as she's actually walked in. Now I do know with this lady here. I don't. So how do I put this? I don't feel she was the nicest person when she was in this planet, okay? Because she's making me feel like this, and she's also making me feel she's got a big sorry. She's do something to my throat as well. There's a big sorry for you. Does this make sense to you, Joe? Let me know, please. Answer yes, no, I don't know in the comments. Just keep answering with everything I'm saying, just to make sure I'm on the right track, because I do work very, very fast. She wants to give me a watch, a very significant watch, so I don't know if you've got it. Do you understand? Did you understand she wasn't a very nice person when she was here, Joe? Because she's coming in with a huge apology. She's also given me a watch. The watch is very, very significant. Does this make sense? Please keep answering yes, no, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, gosh, yeah. She's so if I don't have to throw any cards, because what happens is when I get the judgment card out and it's the first card to come out, I just know they're here. I know that I really need it, so I'm not going to give you any cards. But I do feel that this apology is the most important thing. It does make sense. Okay. So yeah, because she was telling me she was very jealous of you. I have to tell you this, Joe. She was very, very jealous of you, or something like that. This is what she's making me feel. Okay. And yes to the watch. That's fine. Very, very jealous of you, and she just, it's just keeps saying, just tell her I'm sorry, just keep telling her. And you understand that she used to wear lots of dark makeup. Does she look quite punkish grungy or something like this? Because I or you that she's making me this, but this grungy. makes sense, okay? Because I do feel as well that I do feel as well she had a lot of responsibility of the past. Does this make sense as well? Her own responsibility. Okay, because she's also she left a lot of how do I say it's not agonising. What is the word I'm getting? I don't know how to change that. She let a lot of things in her wake. Put it that way. A lot not so nice things in her wake, and she always looked dark skinned. Or maybe that's what I'm getting. But I don't know. But she's just saying she wants to say sorry to an awful lot of people, and that's why she has come through. But I do believe that she did pass. I don't know if it's her own doing or not, but I do know she had a lot to do with how she passed, if that does make sense to you. Okay, yes, to the past. Okay, so that's what she's come in to say. But I'll tell you something, Joe. She's apologizing. She said, you know what, she said, I wasn't great to you when I was in this life. She says, but I'm trying to make it up to you. I really am trying to make up to you. She wants to also talk about the robin that sits in the garden or sits there and watches you. This is her sending that robin, just so every time you see this robin, it just says she's with you. She's not the same person as she was. Remember, she was human when she was here. She's pure, beautiful, beautiful spirit. Now she's moved to spirit world. She's seen everything she's done, and she cannot apologize enough to you. Okay. She's just saying also, I don't know why she said this, but she says as well, she says, I want you to get on with your life, Joe. She's my beautiful sister. She said, just tell her just to get on with her life. So I'm sure you know what she's talking about when she's actually telling me that. Does this all make sense to you, Joe? Right, the robin's very significant. Good. So listen, as I said, I don't know what comes out of my mouth half the time. But I do know as well, she's coming really, really close to me now, giving me the goosebumps as well. She's also giving you the goosebumps. So she's now telling me that whenever you get the goosebumps, and I believe you're getting just now, let me know, because I do feel that you are getting goosebumps right this second as well. Just to let you know, she's beside you. Oh my goodness, it's like from head to toe. She's beside you, she's helping you, and she's guiding you. Do me a favor, just speak to her and just say, I forgive you if you can. I forgive you. You maybe never ever forget, but you forgive her, okay? And just say to her, listen, ask her for help, because she's there now to help you, because she wasn't here to help you when she was in this world, okay? But she wants to help you every way she can. If you ask her, she'll give you for your highest good. They can't help unless it's for your highest good, okay? And they can't help without you asking. So I'm going to leave her love with you, Joe. And I'm really glad she came through, because I think you really needed this. Does this make sense to you, Joe? I feel you really needed this, okay? And I'm going to leave your sister's love with you, okay? And thank you so much for being here. Yeah, she always gives you the good goosebumps. Well, that's good. So at least it's all her. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And thank you so much, Joe, for being here. Okay, hello, Nancy Ray. By the way, if I said hello to you, I'm saying hello to you again. That's just me. I'm terrible for that. Hi, Anna Eva. That's it. Let me see who I'm going to come to. Hi, Mel Wellens. Hello. Hello, Mark. Oh, I've done that. Stacey Bow. Hello. Right, who am I going to come to straight away? I am going to also. I've done all you. That's terrible. Maybe have a look and see. I'm going to come to Anne Eva. Anne Eva, please. I'm going to come to you, okay? Remember, guys, keep putting your questions in the comments, and please answer yes, no, I don't know, okay? All right, okay. I understand that, Lorraine, understand. Anna Eva, do you see a reconnection with my long-distance male friend, please? Okay, Anna Eva, let's have a look. Let's have a look to see what the cards have for you, okay? Anna Eva, right, okay, remember, keep commenting. Anna Eva. Oh, what's that card? Oh, judgment. Right, okay, Anna Eva, let me see. I'm not so hot anymore, which is good. And okay. Annie, well, let me see what I've got for you. Okay. Patience, Anne. This is what I'm feeling. You need to be, in fact, no, I hear you are being patient. You are being patient. You're also a very sensitive person. Now, remember to answer yes, no, I don't know. Make sure this does make sense. And it says, but I do believe you have got to do the reconnection if you really, really want this to work. you have to do it, okay? You have to take action, okay? You have to stop restricting yourself and stop overthinking it as well. Because you keep thinking, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? But honestly, truly, you just have to, you have to make this. It's not for the male person, it's for you. This is what I'm feeling, okay? You are very patient. It's good, that's what I like to hear. But sometimes it's time to let go. Okay, time to let go if you really do want this to work. I'm going to find out what else is I've got to say about this as well. Okay, let me just have a look. Okay, everything's not as it seems as well, because I do have the hangman that's just come out for you, and I feel that it's not. But I've got another patience card here as well for you. So I'm going to pull one more just to see. You know what? You need to also ask the stars. I says a bit with that, but I ask the universe for what you would like in life, okay? And when you ask the universe, I'll tell you what's going to happen to you, Anne. You are going to receive exactly what you should be getting, okay, for your highest good. So also ask the universe if you still want this to happen. I do believe you're the one that's going to have to make the first move here, second move, third move, I'm hearing. But you also do have to ask the universe as well for some help there. And I hope that does make sense. He will connect when he is ready. No, you have to connect to him. Okay. And if he's not interested, then you will know. That's it. You have to connect. Okay. This is what I'm feeling, and this is what I am sensing with this. Okay. And ask the universe. So if you do it and he's not interested, time to put him in the bin. Plenty more fish in the sea. Okay. Sometimes we think this is the only males in our life. No, they're definitely not. Whatever will be, will be. Okay. Your soulmate will always be, but you have to make this move now. This is what I'm feeling. Okay. And ask for help. Okay. And you will receive it. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you. I think that's really important, actually, just to tell you, Anne, this is what you need to do is you need to make the first move here. Don't wait for him. Okay. And see what happens. Okay. And thank you so much for being here. Right, let me see who I am going to come to. Mystic Mode, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Tracy, Tracy with the foxes, hello, hello. Nancy Ray, yeah, you want a message from Spirit? Let me see who's going to maybe here. See who. Let's see where my cursor stops at. It is Nancy Ray. Nancy Ray. Okay, that's interesting. Nancy Ray, is this coming to you now? Remember, Nancy, keep commenting yes, no, I don't know. And let me see what we have from Spirit. I'm going to start off with tarot because I do feel I need to use the tarot first with you. And let me see what is going on. Okay, Nancy Ray, message from Spirit. Message from Spirit. So do you understand, it will be symbolic, but do you understand all the flocks of birds? Have you been seeing flocks of birds flying in the sky? Okay, this is what I'm seeing in my awareness. Does that make sense to you, Nancy? A big flock, it looks, I can't really see, but whitey grey birds. So it could be like seagulls or something, but there's flocks of them. That's the most important thing, okay? But I also do believe as well, you have been making so many decisions at the moment, okay? And these decisions are to give you more stability. Nancy, does this make sense to you, please? If you could let me know. So I'm just going to move this down a wee bit. Do you understand the birds? The birds, yes, you do. I think you do. Very, 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 very significant. And also, I do feel, Nancy, I've got a really sore head all of a sudden. So I do feel it's either yourself or something happened with the person's spirit with it. Because I'm not seeing anybody yet. Normally I've seen it at this stage, but for some reason, it's like they're deliberately not showing me themselves, and I don't understand why they made decisions. That makes sense. Because also there's to do with commitment with you as well, Nancy. Does that also make sense? And I also do feel there's something with your emotional side that's really. I feel drained all of a sudden. I feel really, really drained. Okay. I've got a man and a lady who stepped in just now for you. I do know they were very close when they were in this world, and I feel that they didn't pass too far apart together. They didn't feel, and I do feel I am hearing broken hearts. So I do feel one passed, well, then the other one passed. Does that make sense to you, Nancy? About this couple, but I do know when they were in this world, they were really, really, really close. I do know the cigarettes being smoked here, so I do know one of them used to smoke. And I do feel it's actually maybe the man, mum and dad, Nancy. You're tired late. They have. Is this your mum and dad, grandma and grandpa, mum and dad, or grandma and grandpa? I feel the smoking is really really significant. I also do feel, Nancy, when they're showing me themselves as I'm asking for some validation, and I do feel, oh, your husband, right? No, I'm getting a man and a woman, very very. Oh, did your husband smoke? Did your husband smoke? If not, please let me know if your husband smoked. Because I do know that, right, I need to show you the scene. I tell you the scene. So they are giving me that when the table had to be set, dinner had to be eaten at the table. Okay, so is this you with your husband? And were you two just very, very like this and smoking? Because this is, I'm just getting small symbols here, by the way, Nancy. Just remember this. This is why, but do you understand why he stood back? He stood back, or they stood back before coming forward. Very, very significant as well. I'm also hearing like very, very quiet tones. So I do know that it was very, very, if this is your husband, very quiet spoken. He was quiet. Yeah, okay. Do you understand? You two very, very close. Do you understand? Sitting at the table, you had to sit at the table. And I also believe as well, I don't know if he thinks this is funny, but he's putting his napkin inside his shirt or whatever it is. He's putting that his napkin inside his shirt. But I also do feel as well, I do feel as he's one of these people that used to go and like, I don't know, after eating or something, because he's just showing the seat at the table, okay? And and I've got to do this. So does this sound like his mannerisms? Does this sound like his and did he smoke though? Because I'm smelling the smoke. That's very, very important, okay? To make sure I'm with the right people and it's not grandma and grandpa as well, because I've got a feel it still could be. I do have something's going on with my back, and I feel I've got to hunch slightly. So I do feel it's also something going on with my neck. Nancy, does this all make sense to you? Please comment. I just want to make sure I'm on the right track, because I know that this person here wants to get through, and I want to make sure this is for you. But I also do feel as well. I also do feel as well that you say you're very tired, but I also do feel he was also this. Whether he is making me feel really tired, so I do feel as well. Towards the end, just the tiredness totally took over. Nancy, yes, he did smoke, right? I do feel it's probably him then, but I do feel this. Do you understand the closeness with the two of you? And I also do feel there's other people here as well, because I do feel there was two people that passed not long, either before them or not long with each other. I can't take that away. I do feel as well, do you understand the dinner table? Do you understand the dynamics of that, Nancy? Because this is what I need to know, okay? But I do, this is the importance of letting me know, guys, to make sure I'm on the right track, okay? I do know that you're also a patient person, but also you're finding it hard to have your independence. Does that make sense to you, Nancy? Okay, because honestly, truly, they're just telling me it's time for you to move forward now. It's time for you to move forward. The grieving process is still there, but it's time for you. It's time for you to make the next step. I'm hearing. Does that make sense? You were his caretaker. Okay. I'm not sure what that's, or the closeness, maybe that's maybe what you're talking about. Do you understand all the dinner table stuff and everything anyway? But I do feel now time for you. He wants you now to move forward big time, okay? And he also wants to say, and he also, he's about you though, because you can sense him, because I can feel that you sense him. And I do also believe he is your intuition anyway. You know that. And I do feel you speak to him, and I do feel he answers you back, obviously in thoughts, and I do feel answers back. Whenever you're very sad, you're lonely, you do speak to him. And does that all make sense? Okay. I do feel as well, sometimes you speak to people as well. You need to speak to more people that you want to move forward, but he's telling you to move forward. Okay, so it's really, really important. He wants you to move forward, so it's now time for you to move forward now. Okay. You've got your independence now. Absolutely fine. I believe everything's fine for you in every other way. So it's time he wants you to move forward. Again, he's bringing in the Robin as well. Well, see, it's all a Robin day today. He's bringing in the Robin as well. So I do know that he's been sitting in the garden. Yeah, he does. And I do know he's is been sitting in the garden as well. But I do have to bring in the Robin's been sitting in the garden. I do have to bring Grandma and Grandpa as well, because they are with you as well. This is this couple. They're not leaving me alone. They just want to say they're watching you, and they're guiding you. Now this is interesting, because they're showing me now. This is the close couple. Remember at the beginning, they're actually showing me now in, like, not Victorian outfits, but really old-fashioned outfits. Okay, but I do believe you knew them. And I do believe they help bring you up. Does this make sense, Nancy? Because this lovely, lovely couple popped in to say hello to you, and they just want to say we're always here with you as well. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm going to leave all. It's a shame, because when I've got this, it's time. I've obviously got to wrap this up because it's time. But do you understand the sort of the outfits they're giving and all this sort of stuff? But they've also just popped in to say, we hear you, we see you, we dry the tears for you, we want to help you. And they're all together, by the way, they're all together. And you've never to worry about anything. This is what they're saying. Because really, you've got everything you need in this life. And I hope that does make sense to you. Okay. And I'm going to leave all their love with you. And thank you for being here, Nancy. Oh, yes, your family raised me were very proper. Okay, do you understand the old-fashioned outfits and stuff? Because I thought that was quite significant. Anyway, Nancy, thank you so much for being here. Lisa Bannister, hello there. Tracy Boardman, hello, hello, hello. Now, let me have a look here. Where is my cursor going to stop for this next one? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've done you. It's Tammy again. Sorry, Tammy, I've done you. I'm not doing you again. Always happens for a reason, though. Okay, let's have a look. You're very welcome. Okay. Kim Burns. Kim Burns, can I come to you, please? Kim Burns. Kim Burns. Okay, Kim? Kim Burns. Kim Burns. Kim? Kim Burns. Kim Burns. Right, okay, let's just you won't want to say Kim Burns. Yay! Right. Do you know who's tapping when I'm in bed at night? I hear odd tappings at times. Very interesting. Right, let's find out. Let's find out, Kim, who is tapping, which is in bed. And it's only when you're in bed, Kim. Answer me yes, no. I don't know. Well, you're not going to say no to that. I know, creepy. No, it's not. Nothing's creepy. Someone tried to attract your attention. If it is somebody from the spirit world, it might not be. Let's find out. Okay. Right. Is it only when you're in bed at night, by the way, Kim? Tell me, is it only when you're in bed? And if it is, yeah, only when you're in bed, it's nothing. No, they're not going to just do it. If it was a spirit world, I'm not even feeling it, to be honest with you. If it was a spirit world, they're not just going to do it when you're in bed. We'll hear tapping on all different occasions if it's somebody trying to attract your attention. Now, what you've got to remember, guys, is what I've learned from this, whether it's true, whether it's not true, who knows? But I do feel from the spirit world, I'm listening to the spirit world, nobody's trying to frighten anybody, okay? This is maybe somebody who lived in the house before, who's just trying to attract your attention, or they say, this is my house, I want to stay here, but I don't believe Kim, that this is anybody from the spirit world. I just believe it's some sort of just tapping, and it's something to do with pipes or something. I really do, because I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything at all. So, and I bet you it stops now. I bet you hardly hear it anymore, because you're always conscious of this tapping. Where's it coming from? What is it? What is it? I don't think you're gonna hear much of it now anyway. I'll still be there, but you just won't bother with it. But I do feel just now with you. I'm just going to throw some cards for you. Just say, I do feel with yourself, Kim's life. Everything you really want, money's fine, house is good, everything's super, super, super. But I also do feel you have to stop being a control freak, by the way. Kim, does that make sense? You have to stop being a control freak. Somebody calls you that, or you're a control freak. And also, I've got to laugh at that as well. And also, you've got the Four of Pentacles here, which just means you're a control freak, but also your stability. Life is actually good for you. So stop thinking about your tapping stuff, because honestly, I think it's just your house, okay? I don't believe it's anybody from the spirit world. And also, I do also feel as well as you help support people. Does that make sense to you, Kim? Because it's quiet at night, so I hear it. Of course, because you're going to hear anything when it's quiet at night, especially when you think, oh, I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's going on. Trust me, it's not the spirit world. I do feel Six of Cups. You've got Six of Cups here, and I do feel which is you're overcoming something emotionally. No, I don't get control freak, but I do feel, okay, I'm going to leave that with you, okay? Okay, you, whatever you say, right, but try not to be controlling. If that does make sense, okay? I do feel as well you also you're into spirituality. Does that make sense? You're into spirituality, and I also do feel that you're trying to. I don't know if you're trying to work more on it or whatever, but I do feel you do try and help people as well. I don't think you do the mediumship, but I do feel there's something to do with spirituality with you. Does that make sense? Yes, I am. Yeah, so what's that control free? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I do feel as well. Yeah, you've got a lovely 8 here as well. I do feel as well. You're one of these people. Whatever you want, you get. Does that make sense? You can whatever you ask them, because I do believe that when you ask the universe for stuff, you've been thinking about doing it. Well done. You should, because it's absolutely amazing. But I do feel that whatever you put your hand to, I do feel you get, okay? And I do believe as well as it will also help you with you, excuse me, with your emotional side as well, okay? I really do. I'll help the emotional side. But your question was, do you think you're being haunted? No, not at all. It's just some tapping and knives and pipes or stuff like that anyway. And I hope that does make sense. But yes, definitely carry on with your spiritual work because it is amazing. And thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Kim. Right, okay. Carol Cahill, will my financial problems ever end? Right, I'll come to you, Carol. I'm sure I've read for you before. Carol Cahill, I just see your face. I do see your face, actually. Carol Cahill, will your financial problems ever end? Let's have a look and see. Carol, let me see. Mhm. Carol, let me see. Carol, you need to work harder. I'm sorry. The financial problems, you need to try. No, I'm sorry. I have to change that. I said that completely wrong. You need to work to make your financial problems end. Help. Help. I'm hearing help. But I do feel, I don't know if you're working or not, but I do feel I don't know if I'm going with your emotional side or your emotional life, but I do feel things again are going round in circles for you. Does this make sense to you, Carol? Okay, I do feel it's round in circles, and I do also believe you're overthinking things as well. And if you had something stolen from you, is there something stolen or somebody stolen something? Does that make sense to you? I do feel again. Here we go. You've got my two working cards, 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands. One is accomplishment and one is completion. So I do believe you maybe either lost a job or something. It's the end of a job, but I work hard. Yes, good, 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 good. But I still feel this is the only way your financial problems are going to actually cease, because I do believe. Well, I do have determination at the bottom of this card, by the way, which is you. But I do believe 9 is accomplishment and 10 is completion. So I do believe that you do have to. It's definitely going to. The only way you're going to help with this financial situation is maybe just take on more work. I know you maybe work really hard and whatever, but I do feel, but again, ask the universe. See if you ask Carol, you will get, honestly. They'll not make you win the lottery, but something will happen. Yeah, you need to up your hours then, Carol. You need to find another job or something. I've got the 10. The 10 is normally at the end of. So maybe it's time for you to look for a new job, okay? I don't know what you do, but maybe it's time for you to job. I can only advise what I feel from the cards, okay? But you've got the 10 and you've got the 9. So 9 means you're going to accomplish it if you decide to do it. It's time to get more hours. So you need to work. I said that at the beginning. You need to work more to help your financial situation, okay? So maybe have to try and change your type of career that you're doing, okay? But please ask the stars, ask the universe for help, Carol. Ask your loved ones in spirit, your guides, your teams, whatever. You ask them, and I'll tell you right now, they are going to help. They're going to help you if you ask them. Okay, they're not allowed to interfere unless you ask. Is my car going to stop draining me of money? Well, do you know what? If it is draining your money, you're just going to have to get rid of it. Simple as that. Just get rid of it. Okay, get public transport, whatever you have to do. And I don't know if that's being cheeky or not, but if something drains your money, it's time for you to get rid of it. Okay, right. But you know what? It's all for your higher good. Remember, everything's for your higher good. Everything happens for a reason. If you're asking and you're not getting, it's for a reason. But I believe I was supposed to tell you about this job situation. So I think it's maybe time to either get extra hours somewhere else, get a new job or something. If you ask for that job, you will get it. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Okay. You've just bought it, so why is it draining you? That's all. So, it all says what it is. You've got financial situation's not great. You've just bought a car. Come on, listen. Okay, sit back, go through everything, and then you decide what you want to do. Okay, but remember just to ask the universe for what you need. Okay, so okay, Carol, ask the universe. All for your highest good. Everything's for your highest good. Okay, your wee team are always there helping. Thanks for being here, Carol. Tani and Tani and Rohan, hello, hello, hello. Let me just see what else I've got here. Can I come to is it Chloetti Anetici? Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it, how I cannot pronounce things. Chloetti, can I come to you, Chloetti? Chloetti. Chloetti, can I come to you, please? Chloetti. 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 No, are you here? Oh, Chloetti. No, not here. Yes, you're here. Great, Chloetti. Right, okay. Let's just throw some cards for you and we'll see how will get on. Okay. Let me just have a okay. Jupiter's come through for you, Chloetti, right? Please answer. You'll say yes, that's great. Just keep answering. Just what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a woman here, and she's standing here next to a wooden cross stuck into the ground. Does that make sense to you? A wooden cross stuck into the ground, and a lady is standing next to it. You may not understand the lady, or maybe you do understand the lady, but I do believe the lady is in spirit. But it's the wooden cross stuck into the ground. Does that make sense to you? Okay, Chloe, if you could just answer that, please. I don't think that yes was for that. I think that yes was for something else. I need to find out as well. It does. Right. Okay. Do you also understand with this? I'm getting shown just now a big, huge bunch of white roses. So I do believe this is connected to this whole thing, the bunch of white roses. And I also believe I'm getting my symbolic to I never promised you a rose garden. So I do feel that roses are really, really significant to this lady. Chloetti, is this a sister of yours by any chance, or like a sister? Does this make sense? Okay. I also do see rosary beads as well. I'm seeing rosary beads. I'm feeling rosary beads. So I don't know, or something like that. As well, which is very, very significant. And I do feel, just feel really religious just now. And I'm not, by the way, but I just feel really, 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 really religious. And I do feel this lady who's here, it's your daughter-in-law, right? Okay, I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, but sometimes it's symbolic to me to do with rose gardens. That's all it is. It's your daughter-in-law. Okay. Do you understand the rosary beads with her as well? The rosary beads. And I do believe, but she's showing herself as quite young, not very, very, very young, but I do believe she is showing herself young. And I do believe she passed with a cancerous condition. Does that make sense to you? I don't really get that, but she wants to just give me this, okay? And I don't feel it's been very long, Chloe. Does that make sense to you? Um, I also feel that she's come through, and when I'm actually asking her to step really forward, I'm asking to so I can feel what she was like, and I do feel she was. She came across as very, very quiet, but I wouldn't have liked to cross her. Does that make sense to you? Quiet, but I like to cross her. And I also do feel so. One minute she was really, really lovely, and then the next minute you don't know whether what you were getting. Does that make sense? She died of cancer, okay. But does that make sense? One minute she was really nice, and the next minute, I don't know. It's really strange. She's really strange how she's making me feel, and it's quite interesting because she's doing this for a reason, making me feel like this for a reason, for evidence. I also need to talk about my finger, my is that your index finger? Your index finger as well. Something happened with an index finger or something significant because this is what she's making me feel. Okay. She's given me the most beautiful blue eyes. So I do believe she had beautiful blue eyes as well. And I do feel she's come through. Now, why have you come through? Lovely, lovely lady. She's come through for support. So this is your daughter-in-law. This is your son's wife. Is that correct? Yeah, this is your son's wife. Because she wants, yes, it is okay. So she wants to come. She wants to obviously come through and just to say, just she's actually wrapping her arms around your son. So I do believe that he's still finding it hard to get over the situation and with her. Okay, because I'm seeing him. She's making no, because I'm. So what you say is, oh God, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Um, she had blue eyes. Yes, she's my son's wife. Right, okay. But she's putting her arms around your son. And so I do believe she's trying to give him as much support as he can. Was this recent? Or the past couple of years or something? I'm feeling it's not that far away, and I wonder if that's why she showed me that wooden cross. I don't know. I don't know because obviously time's so limited. I've only got a couple of minutes left, unfortunately, because I would like to delve a little bit deeper into this one. But she's telling me she's putting her arms around your son, okay? And you have to tell your son she's absolutely fine. She's absolutely brilliant in the spirit world. She's with the animals. So I do believe those animals, okay? I see some dogs, I see some cats, I see lots of animals. So this might be some bought animals, but I see the animals. So I don't know what they are, but this is what she's making me feel, okay? And she's giving the suffer little children. So I do believe she's also helping the children as well. She's helping children. Does this make sense to you, Chloe? Or Chloette? Chloette. Does this all make sense to you? She's helping the children, okay? Beautiful, beautiful lady. Okay, beautiful, beautiful lady. She's come through to say for you because I do know. Yeah, she loved animals. Okay. I do know she loved you to bits as well. So she's come through to say hello to you, but she just wants you um just to tell her son she's doing absolutely fine. Give her the evidence, give him the evidence I've given you just to prove it's her. Now, she's given me just quickly, I have to finish it. It looks like a small silver book. And I don't know if it's a charm or something. A small silver book. Okay? That's about Julia Weber. That's very important. Okay, very, very important. So this is something she wants to leave with me, the small silver book. So if you could just tell your husband, she is with him all the time, but it is again time to sometimes move forward. And I hope that does make sense. As I said, I'd like to have gone longer there, but unfortunately I've got to finish now. So thank you so much for being here. And everybody else as well. Um, I normally like to finish with a nice, happy one. But everything happens for a reason. I do believe she was a is a lovely soul, not was, is a lovely soul. And I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm sorry I couldn't get through to certain people that I would have loved to have got through to, but there's loads of you on tonight, so sorry I couldn't. But anyway, I hopefully see you all again. I come on every couple of weeks, so hopefully I will see you all then. Okay, until the next time, thank you so much again, and bye 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 bye.